Hey guys, just waiting to pick up my kid and from school, and wanted to do a quick video because I got a request from a company in town to do a self-defense seminar, and it was really, I said no. I've said no to self-defense seminars a bunch of times. There's been a couple times in my life that I've said yes to it, but it sucks because on the business side of it, yes, it would be an awesome thing for me to take that additional money in towards the business, but I can't do it for the most part usually because the fact that a lot of times I don't feel like self-defense seminars are good. I feel like they can be a good entry to martial arts and like sustaining those skills, but anybody that feels like they get away from a 2 or 3 hour seminar and they feel like they're comfortable to be able to defend themselves, I don't believe it. And so like it's really hard for me to take self-defense seminars seriously, because anything that you do for 2 or 3 hours should be very difficult for you to replicate, even after a couple days. And then, especially when you add in, severe anxiety of being attacked, like it should be very difficult. So, that's really hard for me. So my suggestion, if you're concerned about it, self-defense, please don't do a self-defense seminar. Go and go to a gym and train, and it doesn't have to be my gym. Obviously, if it's a concern, I don't care what gym it is, as long as you're actually doing sparring. And when I say sparring, like it should be done sparring at an appropriate level where you have low anxiety in the beginning and you slowly build up that anxiety from there, because that's the number one thing, is just the anxiety of conflict in that. Anybody that's trained in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or Muay Thai or boxing or anything like that, there's a huge amount of anxiety with that. And if you expect to be able to defend yourself without having to, experience that anxiety on a lower level, that's crazy. And so, for me, kind of assess your situation. Are you a huge guy that maybe you don't need self-defense seminars, or you don't need training? Then that's fine, right? If you're somebody that's in a bad neighborhood, or somebody that's smaller in stature, address that situation. And if it's an honest concern, take 6 months and train, and then after a while, each month, try to find a gym that'll let you come in for a month, get some light sparring in jiu-jitsu, or rolling in jiu-jitsu, or boxing, or Muay Thai, or whatever, but make for sure that you're actually getting those that anxiety back in there, so we can understand like how we're gonna go through that. Because man, after you've been out of it for talk to any fighter that's been in there, that's been out of it for 6 months or a year or whatever. It's slow. Again, your reactions are slow. Everything is slower, and so it's difficult to expect that to just be on cue for you when you're in a super stressful situation. So please, it's my suggestion that you don't do self-defense seminars, or if you do self-defense seminars, it's to get it as like a gateway to training actually martial arts, where you can experience some anxiety, experience some of that, and then use that to be to say, okay, like I feel a little bit more confident in my skills and abilities. And again, this is even without the idea of guns, knives, things like that. Some of that stuff gets like ridiculous for me as well, where it's just like, man, you're maybe after training minusculely better at defending some of this stuff. Some of these situations are just situations where it's going to be very difficult, and maybe I can go into that later, but that's kind of my rant for today. I got asked to do a self-defense seminar, and I said no, and I think they thought I was absolutely crazy because I'm a martial arts gym, and that's what martial arts gyms do. But to me, it's just too difficult for me to say, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that, and then have that person walk away and realize that they have still no chance of actually defending themselves in a situation, unless they're much larger, much stronger, or have some background, right? That's another thing that you need to consider. Did you wrestle all your life? Okay, maybe your need for self-defense is not quite as high, because you've pretty much already done a martial art most of your life. So, but anyways, that's my big rant. I know that it's not the norm. I know a lot of people are going to be like, no, self-defense seminars are good. That's just my personal opinion. I don't like them because I don't feel like I feel like it can be great, but it has to be after they've trained. You have to have trained like at least 6 months or more, and gone, countless sparring sessions, in order for you to be able to understand how your body is going to react through that very anxious situation.